So today we're going to be plating bacteria in order to do these diffusion assays. So in order for that to happen, we need to create first a suspension of bacteria. So I'm first going to create a suspension of bacteria that I will go and check under the OD, under the spectrophotometer, to make sure that the OD is equivalent to what is indicated by the standards, and then I'll be able to plate it. Now I'm going to scrape bacteria. So you might have E. coli, B. cereus, or any other type of bacteria, so you're going to scrape some. And then you're going to put it in your tube. You might have to be very harsh in order to undo the agglomerates, to do the clumps of bacteria, and you might have to do that using your pipette. Some bacteria will come into suspension very easily, others you will have to use your P1000, and you go up, back and forth, being very mindful not to have bacteria come inside of your pipette. So you gotta be harsh but not too bad. Okay? And so this is the suspension that you will have to go and check under DOD. Make sure that it is diluted enough to check under DOD, so you might have to re-dilute this even more. Okay, so now I have my new suspension with the desired OD. Always please label your tubes. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a swab. Okay, this is a cotton tip swab. It is sterile. I'm going to open it close to the flame. Always keep it close to the flame. I'm going to open my tube close to the flame, and here I have my my plate where I'm going to put all of that. So I'm going to saturate my cotton tip. So you make sure that you saturate it, and then once it's saturated, you close up your tube again, and now you're going to distribute it all over the plate, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. One, two, and 3. Once you're done, you can discard your swab. You're going to now wait 5 minutes to make sure that your surface is really dry. If your surface you feel is really dry, then you can go ahead. Now what we're going to do is place discs containing antibiotics. You can see here that I've already marked my the places, the spots where I'm going to be placing my 5 antibiotic discs. So I have here different types of antibiotics. They are written on the tube. It says penicillin, and if you can see here, there's a little tube that what we're going to try to do is pull it with or push it with the tweezers, and then we're going to try to apply them. So you might want to be doing this on top of a sterile Petri dish So if it falls on your sterile petri dish, and you can always pick it back up and place it on your tube. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. So you want to sterilize your tweezers. You can embed them. You can place them in alcohol also, which is a good way, or you can pull them out. Antibiotics are sensitive to temperature, so you want to also wait a little bit before you actually do this. So now you can see that the antibiotic is coming out. So I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to go place it where I decided that they were going to be. Oops. So some of them stick, and then you just press it a little bit. Okay, so I have one of my antibiotics. Now I'm going to place the other antibiotic. You see, this one fell. So thankfully it fell inside the sterile petri dish. Okay, so now I finished. The advantage with these discs is that they contain the name of the antibiotic and the amount that is inside that disc containing the molecules. So for example, P10 is for 10 micrograms of penicillin on this little antibiotic. The antibiotic will diffuse in the agar and will prevent supposedly bacteria from growing around it. So the distance of the diameter of the clearer space around the disc will determine the level of resistance of the bacteria that we plated previously. So we're going to incubate this at whatever temperature is directed depending on the bacteria that you plated, and we'll be checking the diameters next week.